But then when we get to the gate and I film a clip, I do not have the backpack on me. And it was only after I recorded that clip that it hit me. Where's my backpack? Hello guys, and welcome back to another Storytime video. Now, I rarely ever post these. I haven't made one for like a year. But I have another story to tell, so I decided I'm going to do another quick Storytime video. Nice, quick and easy. If you do happen to enjoy it, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're on that long journey to 2,000 subscribers, and any support is of course appreciated. But I don't want to waste any more time. Let's get started with this story about the time I lost my bag in an airport. So it happened very recently. It was only like not even a year ago yet. When I went to Spain last year in the airport, a whole situation happened which I did leave out of the travel vlog last year because there was just no need to talk about it. And honestly, the last thing on my mind was vlogging about it when I just lost my bag with stuff in it in an airport, which, if you know anything about airports, you know that's not a good thing. You're not meant to leave an unattended bag in an airport. So picture the scene. I'm walking into the airport, I've got my suitcase and I've got a backpack. So I didn't lose my suitcase. We got the suitcase checked in, we went through security, and I had my backpack on the whole time. Because the backpack is just stuff you want to take on the plane. You know, sweets, chargers. I think we had some games in there. Luckily, I don't think there was any like phones or anything, but they could have been put in there. It's more of a travel bag, what you actually want to get out on the plane, and then what you put in your suitcase, obviously, you don't. Yeah, we get through check-in, we get through security, and we get to the departure lounge. So I don't know, there's probably about an hour at this point before boarding. So we get some food, and then we go for a drink. You can see all of this in last year's travel vlog. Not sure if I'm going to do one of them this year or not yet. Anyway, getting off topic. You can see in that video, I have my backpack on for the majority of it. But then when we get to the gate, and I film a clip, I do not have the backpack on me. So you can actually notice that this did happen just by watching last year's video. And it was only after I recorded that clip that it hit me. Where's my backpack? But rewind a little bit before we went to the gates to board the plane. For food, we got a Burger King in the departure lounge, and then we went for a drink in like a bar. And we were just waiting in the bar, because that's what you do in an airport. You just kind of have to sit around and wait. And I sat down and I put my bag under the table in this bar on the floor. And then it's time to board the plane, go to the gate. So we start making our way towards the gate. Now we board from East Midlands Airport, and we board on the far side of the airport. If you know East Midlands, you know there's a whole section of gates, and then you've got like a really long tunnel, and then there's another section of gates on that side. Ours was unfortunately on the other side of the airport, so we have to walk all the way down this really long tunnel to get there. And yes, that's when I recorded that clip, and then I realised that my backpack was missing. Bear in mind, we were about to board the plane. Like, thank God I realised when we were still in the terminal, because if we actually boarded the plane, left the terminal, I don't think I would have been able to go back. It would have been a lot more difficult to, I know that. But anyway, when I realised, it hits me straight away where it is. I know it's under that table. But as I just mentioned, there's a very long tunnel, which I've now got to go all the way back through, and I've probably got about 5-10 minutes before boarding. And we were meant to be one of the first people to board the plane, but because of this, we ended up being one of the last to board the plane. So anyway, this is like so embarrassing, because I'm running, sprinting down this tunnel in the airport. Everyone's going the other way. You've got the suitcases, you know, they're just casually talking, excited for their holiday, going towards the gates, and here's me sprinting down, going the opposite way back towards the departure lounge. And luckily, I did find my bag there. So yeah, happy ending, because I mean, I was frustrated with myself. I mean, it was awkward, you know. I then had to go all the way back, which is why we were last to board the plane. But we didn't miss the plane or anything, and in the end, I did find my bag, and it was all fine. We got on the plane, we went to Spain. And you'll notice if you watch last year's video, my backpack comes back. So yeah, it is just funny to think about now, though, looking back, like how awkward it was, and what all those people must have thought of me, like just watching me sprint through an airport, going the complete opposite way you meant to, back towards the departure lounge. Yeah, I don't know. And also, everyone knows you're not meant to leave an unattended bag in an airport because security threats, you know, they take security really seriously at an airport. ridiculous. So yeah, thank God I got the bag back. But that's the end of this story time. Another quick one. Let me know if anything awkward like this has happened to you in an airport before. I've learned from my mistakes. I will not be leaving my bag in an airport unattended again. But yeah, thank you for watching. Like I said at the start, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.